Now, as we'll often be doing in this course, we're going to try to take a line of reasoning that we find in a natural language like English, and then try to crystallize it, isolate it, put it under a microscope, so to speak, to see whether it holds up under scrutiny, the scrutiny that we've learned to apply in the context of assessing arguments. So if we were to take Paley's line of reasoning and translate it into the form of a fairly explicit argument, it might go as follows. Premise 1. We observe a great deal of complexity and apparent design in the organic world. Premise 2. The only possible explanation of this complexity and apparent design is that it's due to the work of an intelligent, sentient designer. Therefore, Paley concludes, there must exist an intelligent, sentient designer responsible for the complexity and apparent design in the organic world. Now, we've got an argument here laid out that's supposed to support the conclusion, line number 3, and now our question is, how good is this argument? And that breaks down into the question, is the argument sound? Which itself breaks down into the question, is the argument valid, and does it have true premises? Well, might one challenge one of the premises of this argument, for example? Let's leave aside the question of validity for now. Are all the premises true? As many of you know, one of the most earth-shaking scientific developments of the latter half of the 19th century was the theory of evolution by natural selection, famously associated with Charles Darwin. Darwin and his followers proposed that the apparent complexity and designedness in the organic world is due to something other than the work of an intelligent, sentient designer. So Paley's argument has as its second premise the claim that the only possible explanation of the complexity and apparent design is that it's due to the work of an intelligent and sentient designer, whereas the theory of evolution by natural selection says, well, hang on, maybe there's another possible explanation of the complexity and apparent design in the organic world, namely that it's due to something that is not a sentient designer, maybe also not intelligent. We can leave aside the question whether natural selection is an intelligent process. It certainly is not a sentient process. So natural selection, the theory of evolution by natural selection, is a pretty austere theory. In its simplest form, it just has the following hypotheses. It assumes genetic inheritance, that the offspring of a parent has roughly significantly correlated genetic material with that of its parent together with any other parents that helped produce it. There are random changes in the genome from one generation to the next, and there are differential survival or reproduction abilities based on these random changes. That's all, nothing else. That's all there is to the core theory of evolution by natural selection. There have been modifications and further revisions of the theory over the last century, but these are the basic ideas of evolution by natural selection, and the idea is, the important thing for you to understand is the following. Evolution by natural selection may itself be an intelligent designer. We can leave that question aside, whether or not you think evolution is an intelligent process. But it's not a sentient process. It does not require any plans or intentions, any foresight, or any thoughts. So evolution by natural selection, or ENS, offers an alternative explanation of the phenomena that Paley cites. It just therefore shows that Paley is mistaken to hold that the only possible explanation of the organic complexity and apparent designedness is that of an intelligent, sentient designer. ENS says, here's another possible explanation, namely perhaps intelligent but certainly not a sentient designer, that is, evolutionary processes.